Hi, everyone. Welcome back to DNA. Today, we're going to be talking about Shang-Chi. We got free access, early access tickets to see the movie early. Okay, guys? So we have exclusive information.
Yep.
But it's going to be non-spoiler.
It's going to be non-spoiler. We're not going to do a review. We're just going to do a reaction. That's it.
Yes, we're gonna let y'all see it on September 3rd. And for the people that did see it early, let us we can chat in the chats here. And remember that super chats are on. And as you can see, Dad has a new mic because of super chats. We made it to $50 in super chats, so I was able to get him a new mic. And so the super chat goes directly back to this channel. And I just want to say thank y'all so much for supporting the channel and seeing it grow. So let's start with What did you think of Shang-Chi?
I thought Shang-Chi was awesome. I was like, it reminded me of how I felt when I first saw The Matrix in 1999. When I saw The Matrix, I'm gonna use that as a reference. When I saw The Matrix, we didn't know what it was about. We went in to see it. And that very first opening scene when Carrie-Anne Moss goes up the wall and does her thing, and it goes, doo.
Don't play. Remember the anniversary that they had for that? Yeah, that was crazy seeing it in theaters again.
Yeah. So for me, watching Shang-Chi was like watching The Matrix in 22 years ago.
Yeah.
Man, it was a exciting adventure into martial arts and fantasy. I would call it that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that everybody who loves Marvel, if you're a Marvel fan, you've got to watch this.
Yeah.
How it ties together, but it's its own story. It ties together with Marvel, but it's its own story. And I like how they did the legend of everything and the family and the I mean, it was just great. It was just awesome.
Yeah, this film was really good. And on our initial reactions, someone in the comments said, well, what do you mean Marvel is back? We've had all these TV shows. And then what we mean when we say Marvel is back, this feels like a Marvel movie. It feels like we're back in phase 3 with Infinity War, Thor Ragnarok, Doctor Strange, where it's like we're getting a new story and the action is incredible. Yeah. He feels like a superhero. Like it's just I really enjoyed this movie and I can't wait to see it again.
Yeah, you know what's so good about it is I like what you said. We're back in Marvel with like phase 3 because this feels to me like, even though we're in phase 4, this feels to me like phase 1 all over again. Like we're seeding the beginnings because of the ending, guys. Y'all need to study the end of this.
There's two end credit scenes.
Two end credit scenes, but it's feeding that there's going to be another big story.
Yeah,
probably 10 years from now again, another Infinity
something
event, you know what I mean?
Multiverse of Madness.
Something. Yeah. It's going to be big. So all of this is just Kevin Feige putting his seasoning in, throwing in all of the pieces, and making another great event 10 years from now, because this was a great beginning of all that. So phase 4 is on its way, full force.
Yeah, this felt like, even though we did have Wanda start the beginning of phase 4, this feels like the beginning of phase 4 because we know Wanda, we know Loki, we know Bucky, we know those people
Wanda
already.
Wasn't really the beginning of phase 4.
Right. This feels like the beginning.
This is the beginning.
Because it's a new story. It's a new person. It's like, okay, I want to get to know this character. Yeah. And so how did you feel about Simu Liu? He
was good, man. I mean, he just came from Kim's Convenience.
Right? On Netflix.
He just came from a Netflix comedy series called Kim Convenience. So this is his first big. Well, I'm sure he's acted in Canada and other things. He's Canadian, but for the American audience, this is the first big thing we've seen him in, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, whoa, this guy. I believed who he was. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like he was acting. I didn't feel like he was playing a character. I just thought it was him. He was Shang-Chi. And I was like, yeah, this guy's a real guy. I love the way he played it. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, that's all we can really say. But he fit the role. He is a part of, like, I was talking on Twitter. Make sure to follow me on Twitter @Inwoodley. And he's like a part of he seamlessly became a part of the Marvel family. Yeah. He just fits. And I can't wait to see him interact with other characters.
Awkwafina was good too.
Awkwafina was good. And I was a little nervous when I heard that she was going to be in it.
Because she can be a little annoying sometimes because she's typecast. Yeah, exactly. That's the perfect word for it. Mm-hmm. She is typecast. She plays the same type in a lot of movies, and it's like, okay, I get it. You know, you're the quirky girl. But in this one, she was good. Yeah, I liked her. Yeah,
she fit in. She wasn't too much, but she
They
was
didn't try to
in
lean on her
altogether.
because Marvel tried to put their comedy in things, so
Right.
they didn't lean on her a lot. It was like it wasn't like okay, we need you to be extra goofy.
Right.
So now it was right amount of comedy and not taking you out of it. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, I was worried about her being in it, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be like another Guardians where it's gonna be really comedic, but it wasn't. Everything it fit. It fit.
Yeah,
and
good.
you have to put trust in Feige. You gotta put trust in Marvel because they do it right.
It was good.
Did you think that the villain worked? Because there were the
villain was good. Unlike Black Widow, which was what destroyed Black Widow for me, is the villains were so weak in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
No, in this one, the villain worked. It was a good villain.
Yeah,
both villains, right? So it was good. It was a good villain. Yeah, for sure.
I agree. I another thing that worked for this film is that everyone felt powerful. I feel like there were stakes. Unlike with Black Widow, and you can feel the power of Shang-Chi and the villain. You can just that goes to the FX artist. The sound effects really helped with that as well.
The visuals in this was
the visuals,
and this is not a spoiler because everybody saw the bus scene in the trailers,
right?
But man, the visuals, especially that bus scene, whoa!
And there's more to come with that bus scene as well.
But that was. I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, I know.
But it was crazy.
It was the shots. I think that Marvel is doing a lot better now when it comes to shots. Yeah. We want to see the fight. Bring in the stunt doubles. If you need to bring in the stunt doubles, well, for this movie you didn't.
You didn't.
But for other movies, bring them in. It's totally fine. We understand that there's the actor and the stunt double. We want to see a good fight.
Right,
okay, so just bring them in and.
This was good because they didn't need any stunt doubles, and you could see everybody's face. There was the cut scenes, cutting. Come on. It was all wide shot.
It wasn't in the dark.
Yeah, it was in the dark, and you're like, come on, man, I want to see the fight. Now you can see all the fights and the hits, and it was good.
Yeah, I agree. So what is your rating for Shang-Chi?
I'm gonna give it 2 ratings.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an independent movie rating, and I'm gonna give it a Marvel rating. Okay. So independent movie rating, I give it a 9. I give it a 9 out of 10. Because it was an awesome movie. I had a great time watching it, right? Mm-hmm. So as for me, my ratings for movies, it's based on how did I feel coming out of the movie. Yeah. If the story wasn't great or whatever, that's fine. But how did I feel coming out of the movie? I felt great. So for me, it's a 9, right?
Right.
As a Marvel movie, I give it an 8. Because when you give it as a Marvel movie rating, I got to compare it to the other Marvel
The Infinity War, Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. So I heard one guy today on the and I'll let you do your rating, but I heard one guy today said this movie, I was watching him on his YouTube channel, he said this movie was better than Endgame and Infinity War. And I was like, come on, y'all.
That's rude.
That's just crazy. I mean, this movie's good, but better than Infinity War and Endgame.
I guess. Because the thing is, what I always say is that Infinity War and Endgame have the other 22 films backing in. That's why that's what makes the movies so good.
Yeah. But even if you didn't watch the other movies and you watch those 2 movies, you can forget about the other movies. There's people haven't even watched. Just watch those 2 movies. Because you have to watch them. They're a pair.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, it's not. Come on.
This movie is not gonna have your hair standing up.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
My hair didn't stand up. That. I didn't get the chills. None of that.
Yeah.
When I watched Infinity War, I had chills. When I watched Endgame, I was like, yo, chills. Yeah, so when you give me a chill, then I'll say yeah. But until then, you ain't no Endgame or no Infinity War. But I'll give it an 8 out of 10 as a Marvel movie. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 as a regular movie.
I agree. I also give this movie a 9 out of 10. It was, out of the theater, I was pumped. I was like, I need more. Hype. I need more Marvel. I need more.
Hype. You ready to fight?
Yeah, ready to fight somebody. I was ready. It was just it was so good. Yeah. And as a Marvel movie, I don't know how to put it into numbers, but I put it because if you do A tier and then the S tier is the best movie of all time. So Infinity War, Endgame, of course. Right. So I put it in A tier with Thor, Ragnarok, and Civil War, and I put it in that.
I put it with Civil War and Thor Ragnarok for sure.
I see myself watching it a lot.
I could watch it a couple more times for sure. That's how you know it's good too, because you can watch this again, and it's still good. So yeah, definitely go check it out.
And the ultimate question, last question: do you think that this movie was better than Winter Soldier?
No.
You really know that? No. I had to. For me, I don't know. I had to give it a couple watches.
Man, what the Russo brothers did with Winter Soldier is unprecedented, man.
Yeah.
They took a 70s style spy movie and placed it within a comic book movie.
Yeah.
And I grew up watching those not that I was watching movies in the 70s. I'm not that old. I watched the replays. But I grew up watching these movies, these spy movies, these James Bond movies and stuff like that. And what they did with Winter Soldier just felt like that. It was like I was intrigued. Even though I knew Captain America was not going to get hurt, I was intrigued by what was happening. The fight scene, the action, him and Winter Soldier, the dynamics, the fact that Winter Soldier caught his shield. He was like, whoa, what's this? He was all stunned.
I don't know.
You learned so much about Cap when he jumped out of the airplane. He's like, whoa, this guy can jump straight out of an airplane, no parachute? No, this movie was good, but it wasn't Winter Soldier.
I don't know, Dad, because the action, when I compare the action between Winter Soldier and this movie, 10 times
Winter
better.
Soldier's story was better, though. It was a better story.
I have to, I don't think I can say it. I think I have to watch Shang-Chi one more time to give a definitive
You were trying
answer.
to say...
no, I was not. I don't even want you to say it, Dad, because people are going to fight me.
I'm going to fight you.
I was just saying it could be... Never mind, okay?
Yeah, well, no, because I'm glad you slept on that and came to your senses, because that was crazy. You were talking crazy. You were smelling glue or something.
Okay, well, I'm gonna watch Shang-Chi one more time when it comes out September 3rd.
Yeah,
and I will give it another rating.
Yeah, I agree. When we watch it September 3rd, we'll know if we're solidified in what we thought it was. For sure, we'll know if it wasn't just the hype of being in the pre-show.
Right.
If it was really that good. But Shang-Chi was good. I liked it for sure. And I tell everybody, go see it. Go see Shang-Chi. But you know what? Everybody's going to see it because it's Marvel.
It's Marvel.
Yeah.
And, people have been worried about what critics have been saying early because we are on the hype of, early access. We're really excited to see it early because a lot of people were like, Black Widow is the best movie of all time.
Nah.
They were talking about Suicide Squad being the best movie of all time.
Tripping.
Yeah. But we're not, I don't know. We're not joking when we're saying this movie's really good.
It's a really good movie.
We're not
You're
joking.
going to have a blast. You're going to come out of this movie ready to see it again because it's so good.
Yeah.
If you like Kung Fu, you're going to love this movie. But it's a great story. It's also a good story. It's not just, punches, right? There's actually a pretty good story now. And the way they laid out the mythology, what you learn about everything, the rings and everything. I mean, they did a great job explaining everything. And then if you watch the end credit scenes, you learn more, more about this stuff. So yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah. So yeah, go see Shang-Chi coming out September 3rd.
Yeah, definitely. September 3rd, guys. Go watch it and see it in IMAX or the biggest screen you can find. Don't go on no little screen.
Yeah, don't watch
either IMAX or the digital, what you call it, Prime Theater, whatever.
Yeah.
But you got to see this big for sure.
For sure. All right, that was a review for Shang-Chi. Now we're going to move on to What If.